Good morning, everyone. You are here this morning for first appearance. My name is Judge Ruppe. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you have been arrested for. As you stand before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been arrested for, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plea out to your case, or the state attorney's office when they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you're going to be hiring a public defender, hiring a private attorney, whether you'll be representing yourself, or whether you would like the appointment of the public defender's office. You are entitled to make a phone call to let family, friends, know where you are. If you haven't been able to do that yet, please let me know. I'll make sure that happens today. Finally, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there's an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution down the road. So don't tell me anything about the facts of your case today. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, I'm going to have you come forward to the podium, and we'll wait on the interpreter. Carrie McCormick. Hi, Ms. McCormick. What's your date of birth?
April 29th, 1993.
Okay, Ms. McCormick, I have two cases for you here this morning. The first one is a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Did you want to hire somebody, or do you want the appointment of a public defender?
Public defender, please.
Okay, I will go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm going to keep your bond amount at $2,000 for that case. And I also see here that we have a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for that. And it looks like that violation of probation is in front of Judge Hitzman. And that was signed on July 6th of 2017. So I'm finding probable cause for that. We're going to hold you no bond on the violation of probation. We're going to see you back to court on, does that say October 4th? Is that right?
Yes.
October 4th at 9 a.m. And I'll appoint the public defender for you on that case as well, okay?
Judge, I think that's your date.
What's that?
I think that's your date. I don't know if you want to track it to Judge Hitzman or not.
Oh, that's why I asked if that was the right date. Is October 4th the hit?
It is the right date for Ms. Manor, but if you want to track it with Judge Hitzman, his next date would be October, if you want to keep it.
Well, it won't matter, okay. So we'll do it, we'll keep it on October 4th then, okay?
And Your Honor,
Perfect for that case.
for the grand theft auto, the arraignment date?
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I jumped ahead.
For the other case, it's October 3rd at 9 a.m. So she's got court dates October 3rd and October 4th.
Thank you.
Jane Haskins. Hi, Ms. Haskins. What's your date of birth?
1/28/6.
Okay. Ms. Haskins, you are here this morning for a domestic battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Are you going to hire a private attorney? Are you going to represent yourself, or would you like me to appoint the public defender's office?
Can I be uncertain on that right now? I don't know.
Okay, I'll put you down as representing yourself right now, okay?
Okay.
If you want the appointment of the public defender later, you can come in and fill out an application. Okay, state that you have a prior record?
I shouldn't have priors.
Okay. Ms. Haskins, I have an address for you on El Prado Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
14 years.
Do you have a job these days?
Do I have a what?
A job? Do you have a job?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of work do you do?
I'm a financial controller for 25 companies.
Okay. All right. And the house in El Prado has the victim in this case, Michael Haskins, has he moved out from that house?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on this case, but as a condition of bond, I want you to have no contact with Michael Haskins. Okay? But I don't know for sure whether he's at that house or not. The probable cause affidavit indicated that he was moving out at the time that this occurred, so I'm not sure whether he's there or not. But if he's at that house, you can't go there.
Okay.
Do you have someplace else you can go if he's at that house?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I need to hold you till 4 o'clock today in case he needs to file an injunction against you. The injunction will be civil paperwork indicating how far away from him you need to remain at all times, and it's very specific as to that, and there'll be a hearing date in front of a civil judge if he decides to file that paperwork. For the purposes of this case, I'm going to order no contact with Mr. Haskins. Do not call him, do not write him, do not email him, and do not have anyone else call, write, or email him. If he calls you, you can't talk to him. You need to hang up the phone. And even he cannot go to the state attorney's office and drop charges against you. Whether this case is pursued is completely up to the state attorney's office at this point, not up to Mr. Haskins, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond of $100. No contact with the victim. Hold till 4.
Okay.
And we're going to see you back to court on October 4th at 9 o'clock, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Alicia Henry. All right, Mr. Henry, you're here today for a child support guidelines issue. It looks like you did not pay the child support that was due on August 25th. You owed $500.
I have it at home, and I was gonna go pay it the same day they arrested me yesterday.
Okay, well, it was due August 25th.
I know I get paid every 2 weeks.
Okay. What do you do for work?
Cut lawn services.
Okay. Can you get someone to pay some money in order to get out of jail today?
If I could get a phone call from here today, I could, but I haven't made a phone call since I got.
And you can pay the $500?
This should be like 500, 600 actually.
You can pay $600?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I could usually, you know what I'm saying, if it's there right now, because my roommate is like kind of picky, so I could afford at least 300 I gotta pay her rent and everything.
But you just said 600.
Yeah, if I got it in there, I don't know how much I got in there. I know I usually have 300 in there, most of the money in there.
Well, you owed 500 and you said you were going to pay it yesterday. So now you're saying you don't have the 500?
No, I have the 500, but at the same time, I don't know, should I pay my roommate the money? You know?
Okay.
But I could afford 500.
Okay. I'm going to give you a purge amount of $500. If you don't pay the $500, you got to spend 10 days in jail. You understand?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Can I make a phone call out of here?
You're going to get a phone call this morning. Yes, we'll make sure you get a phone call, okay?
Thank you.
Marie Sorelli.
Your Honor, she's on her way.
What's that? She's coming?
Yes, ma'am, she's coming.
Okay. Miss Sorelli?
Yes.
What's your date of birth?
March 28th, 1963.
Okay, Ms. Sorelli, the first case I have you here for today is leaving the scene of an accident with damage. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Did you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I will go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. State, does she require record?
She doesn't.
Okay. All right, Ms. Sorelli, I have an address for you on Lakeland Ave in Spring Hill. Oh, Lackland Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
20 years.
You have a job?
I'm disabled. I make $7.55 a month.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond of $100 on this case, okay? And we're going to see you back to court on October 4th at 9 a.m. You want to make
I
sure...
don't have $100, ma'am. I don't. It's
Okay.
either I eat or I pay you.
I'm sorry?
It's either I eat or I pay you.
Okay, well, if you can't afford to bond out, man, then you're going to have to stay there. So maybe someone can help you out. I don't know. But your bond on that is $100. We also have another case here for an aggravated battery. I did find probable cause for that. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office.
Ma'am, I don't have a criminal record. There's no reason I could be released ROR.
I'm not going to ROR you, especially since you have this felony here of an aggravated battery
Aggravated battery against who?
against the person who owned the car. It looks like that either they were trying to stop you after they hit their car, or you hit them while you hit their car. Either way, your driving caused your car to hit them. So they charged you with an aggravated battery. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want you to talk about the facts of your case, ma'am. Do you hear me? Nothing good can come out of you talking about the facts of your case. You asked what the probable cause affidavit said about the charge, and I'm telling you. I'm going to give you a bond of $1,000 on that, and we're going to see you back to court October 3rd at 9 a.m. Reach out to your public defender, okay? Or someone will come out and see you soon. Jessica Angleton?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Miss Angleton. What's your date of birth?
6/28/89.
Okay. You are here today for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for that. It looks like it's out of Sumter County. Do you want the public defender to represent you on that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office. And Sumter County is probably going to come pick you up sometime in the next couple days and bring you over there, and she'll get a court date when she gets over there, I guess? Okay, and you'll get a court date when you get over there, but someone from the public defender's office will come out and see you soon, okay? Once you get over there.
Thank you.
What was your case on Carlos? Is it Jesse Rodriguez?
Alan Enrique Garcia. And Spanish interpreter Guillermo Casio will be covering.
Okay. It was Alan Enrique Garcia. Alan Enrique Garcia. Okay. And he was already given the introduction.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning. Okay, Mr. Garcia, you are here this morning charged with domestic battery.
Señor García, usted está aquí esta mañana acusado de agresión física doméstica.
I did find probable cause for your arrest.
Yo determiné que había motivo fundado para su arresto.
Would you like to represent yourself?
¿Le gustaría a usted representarse usted mismo?
Hire an attorney?
¿Contratar un abogado?
Or would you like the appointment of a public defender?
¿O quisiera que yo le nombre un defensor de oficio?
Un defensor de oficio.
A public defender.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
Voy a nombrar al defensor de oficio para que lo represente a usted.
State, does he have a prior record?
Your Honor, there is a charge out of Puerto Rico. It was entitled conjugal abuse, and it says, I don't have a decibel on it. It was in 2007. Other than that, I have nothing.
Su señoría, tengo un cargo de Puerto Rico que acusa de abuso del cónyuge, pero no hay una disposición del caso y fue del año 2007.
Mr. Garcia, I have an address for you on Academy Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Señor, la dirección que yo tengo para usted es Academy
Ave in Spring Hill.
Avenida. Avenida Academy en Spring Hill. ¿Es su dirección?
Sí, el 1213 Academy Avenue.
Yes, it's 1213
Yeah.
Academy Avenue.
Yes. How long have you lived there?
¿Y cuánto hace que vive usted ahí?
Aproximadamente un año. 1 year.
Approximately a year.
Okay. Does he have a job? Do you have a job?
¿Tiene empleo usted?
Sí,
Yes.
What kind of work?
¿A qué se dedica?
trabajamos en una compañía que hace sistemas de enfriamiento para los botes.
¿En sistemas de qué clase?
Yeah. Trabajo haciendo sistemas de enfriamiento, coolers para los botes.
No entiendo qué sistema es, repítalo.
Hago piezas de motor para los botes.
O entiendo. I work with a company that manufactures parts for boat engines.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Garcia, I'm going to set your bond at $100 for this case.
Señor García, le voy a fijar una fianza de $100 para este caso.
I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today.
Lo tengo que mantener detenido hasta las 4 de la tarde este día.
Okay.
In case
¿Puedo hacer?
Abigail wants to file an injunction against you.
Por si acaso Abigail quiere presentar una orden del juez, una orden de restricción en su contra.
The injunction will be a very specific order as to how many feet you need to stay away from Abigail.
Y esa orden de restricción es una orden del juez que determina qué tantos pies de distancia tiene que usted que estar de Abigail.
I'm also going to order that you have no contact with Abigail through this case as well.
Y también voy a ordenar que usted no tenga contacto alguno con Abigail a través de este caso también.
Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her.
Ni la llame, ni le escriba, ni le envíe correo electrónico.
If she calls you and you hear her voice, you need to hang up the phone.
Si ella lo llama a usted, usted escucha la voz de ella, tiene que colgar el teléfono.
If you see her out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way.
Y si usted la ve a ella en la calle, en alguna parte, usted tiene que dar la vuelta, irse por el camino opuesto de ella.
It's my understanding that she is still living at the Academy Avenue address.
Yo tengo entendido que ella todavía vive en la dirección de Academy Avenue.
If she is at that address, you cannot be there. You need to stay somewhere else.
Y si ella está viviendo allí, usted no puede estar allí. Tiene que vivir en otra parte.
Do you understand?
¿Comprende?
Sí.
Yes.
I'm going to order no contact with the victim. Hold until 4 p.m.
Voy a ordenar que no tenga contacto alguno con la víctima y que lo mantengan detenido hasta las 4 de la tarde.
If she is at the house and you need some things from the house, I will allow you to go to the house one time with law enforcement.
Si ella está en la casa y usted necesita obtener ciertas pertenencias que están en la casa, yo le permito que vaya a la casa una sola vez, pero con un agente del orden público.
They will escort you to the house to give you a few minutes to grab some toiletries and some clothes and some things that you might need, okay?
Un agente del orden público lo acompañará a la casa y usted puede conseguir sus cosas higiénicas, sus pertenencias personales, su ropa, lo que necesite. ¿Bien?
And we'll see you back to court on October 4th at 9 a.m.
Entonces lo volveremos a ver en el tribunal el 4 de octubre a las 9 de la mañana. 4 de octubre a las 9 de la mañana.
¿Me pueden hacer dar una llamada porque es que no tengo dinero en la tarjeta?
May I make a call because I have no money on my card?
You will have a right to make a phone call today, okay?
Usted tendrá derecho de hacer una llamada telefónica el día de hoy. ¿Bien?
Ya, gracias.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Your
ma'am.
Honor,
Yes?
I believe we may have someone else requesting a translator.
Oh, Madam Interpreter, can you hold on 1 second? Is there somebody else who needs an interpreter?
Okay, never mind. He said he does not need it.
Okay, thank you, sorry. All right, David Fontaine. Hi, Mr. Fontaine. What is your date of birth?
10/4/63.
Okay. You are here today charged with criminal mischief. It looks like you were arrested for something a day or so ago, and then after that they found some damage to the police car that you were in. So I'm going to find probable cause for that for now. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Get the public defender.
Okay, I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Steve, I know he's got that one he was just arrested on, but is there anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. In 2016, we had a contempt of court for violation of protection. 2016, another a BOP on a violation for protection, as well as an FTA on a written promise to appear. 2016, there was a battery also. I believe that was the one that was placed on PTI. He's going to be kicked off of that. 2011, violation of probation on a misdemeanor, which appears to be a battery. 2005, DWSR, violation of probation. Then we have some out of state. Back in the, let's see.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Fontaine, we're going to go ahead and keep your bond at $1,000, okay? And we're going to see you back to court on October 4th at 9 a.m. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the Public Defender's Office will come out and see you, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Jonathan Gardner. Hi,
Morning,
Mr. Gardner. Good morning. What's your date of birth?
March 2nd, 1989.
All right. You are here this morning for a charge of grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to hire somebody? Do you want to represent yourself, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender's Office.
All right. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. State to save a prior record.
Your Honor, it looks like he was just arrested recently on the 2nd on a loitering and prowling and resisting an officer without violence. He also was released from prison in October of last year, and that would have been on, looks like there was a DUI, fleeing to elude, DWLSR. Also, there was, and that's from 2014. In 2013, there was dealing in stolen property, a burglary of a dwelling, and that looks like those were also part of the prison sentence. 2013 is petty theft of marijuana, defrauding an innkeeper, possession of paraphernalia. 2009, probation violation, FTA. 2009, shoplifting. 2007, another dealing in stolen property that was dropped. Possession of paraphernalia, and then there looks like there's something from the state of Louisiana, careless operation, and driving without a license.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Mr. Gardner, I don't have an address for you. Do you have an address?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your address?
11219 Homeway Street, Spring Hill, Florida.
11219 what?
Homeway, Homeway.
That's in Spring Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
Zip code?
34609.
How long have you lived there?
13 years?
All right. Do you have a job these days?
No, ma'am.
Does he have a pending case right now, Adam Clerk?
We don't see any open cases.
What problem? It looks like since it's so new, it may not have even made its way into the system yet.
Okay.
But
Well, the date of offense on this is August 13th. So.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $4,000. Okay. And we're going to see you back to court on October 3rd. Someone from the Public Defender's Office will come out and see you if you're not able to bond out. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. George Kidd. And Mr. Kidd, what's your date of birth?
12/4/92.
All right, you are here this morning. First thing I have for you is a violation of probation. Looks like that warrant was signed October 31st of 2016 by Judge Toner for 2 counts of burglary. He's asked for no bond on that. We're going to keep that no bond. Do you want the public defender to represent you on that?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll appoint the public defender. We'll see you back to court on that on October 3rd at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, may I? If we could maybe move it to the next week, because October 3rd is actually Judge Merritt's, so we'll just need to.
Okay. Does Judge Toner have anything earlier than that?
He has court on the 25th.
Okay. We're going to move it to September 25th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you also have another case here for grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for that. We'll appoint the public defender to represent you. The bond on that is $2,000. We're going to keep that at $2,000. And we're going to see you back on that case on September 25th as well. September 25th at 8:30 a.m. Okay, you'll be in there for no bond on the violation of probation, so someone from the public defender's office will come out and see you soon and go over with you what's going to happen in court, okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Joseph Painter.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Painter. What's your date of birth?
1/20/73.
Okay. You are here this morning for a couple different things. The first thing I have is 1 count of aggravated stalking and 1 count of violation of a domestic violence injunction. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public
I hired
defender?
someone.
You're going to hire somebody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who are you going to hire?
O'Connell. I already have our own retainer.
O'Connell? Okay.
O'Connor.
O'Connor?
I think it is Carrie Ann O'Connor. It's in Pasco.
Okay. Okay. State, other than all of these here today, any prior records?
Not that I'm showing, Your Honor. It looks like there's something listed for Pasco County, but it looks like that was just the out-of-county arrest on this.
Right. Okay. All right, Mr. Painter, I have an address for you on Amber Drive in Newport Richey. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that is not where Carissa lives, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
She does not live there.
Okay. And how long have you lived at that address?
4 years.
Do you have a job?
I self-employed, yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I do electronics recycling.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 each on these. All these cases are going to be set for October 3rd at 9 a.m. Yep.
Your Honor, is there any way I can? My mother is putting up the bond, as I have nothing left. I put the attorney on a credit card. I've since filed bankruptcy. I have nothing. She's on Social Security, and any help would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, well,
in that aspect.
Mr. Painter, what I have to look at when I'm determining my bond decisions, first I have to look at fairness to you and the fact that you have not been convicted of what you've been arrested for, and that you are entitled to a bond. But the second thing I have to consider is your ability to not commit a crime while you're out on bond, and that's something I'm considering here. And looking at this second case, we have 1 count of aggravated stalking and 12 counts of violation of an injunction. And I have had the opportunity to review that as well as look over some emails that you sent to Carissa, knowingly, willingly violating that injunction. So based on that is what I'm basing my bond decisions on. Plus, because they're domestic in nature, I can't ROR you on any of these, so you need to have a bond amount, and I'm going to do $2,000 on each case. If your attorney feels like that's not fair or there's a reason why it should be lowered, their attorney can run a bond motion, a motion to reduce the bond in front of the judge that you're assigned to, which I believe is going to be Judge Merritt. Okay? So we're going to do $2,000 on all 13 counts of that second case. And we'll see you back to court on October 3rd, okay?
So that's 2,000 times 2, if I heard that correct.
No, you have 13 counts on this case.
So 2,000 per count.
Correct. It'd be $26,000. And then you have the 2 counts on the other case. So it'd be $30,000. Jordan Patisher.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, did the court order no contact with the victim in that case? I know it's an injunction, and it. But
Yeah, we'll order no contact for whatever he's going to feel like that's worth. Jordan Patisher.
I'm right here.
Hi. What's your date of birth?
2796.
Stay in the microphone. I can't hear you, hon.
92796.
Okay. I know we've gone through this quite a few times, you and I. We're long lost friends. We see each other every week, don't we? This is another one of the burglaries from back in July that they're charging with. So it's not a new, well, it is a new charge, but it's from back in July. So I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing in your other cases. I'm going to keep the bonds the same at $2,000 each. And are all his other cases set for 9/11? I don't want to break up.
They are.
They are? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to set all your cases with all your other cases on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? And I've
September
appointed the
11th.
public defender on all your other cases, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll make sure they're appointed on this case as well, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck. Jesse Rodriguez?
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. What is your date of birth?
4383.
Okay, you are here this morning for a count of petty theft. The bond is currently $500. Count of forgery on a check. The bond is currently $2,000. And uttering forged instrument. The bond is currently $2,000. I did find probable cause for those. Did you want to hire somebody, represent yourself, or do you want the public defender's office?
I already have an attorney.
Okay, who do you have?
I'm not sure. I have a conflict attorney.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will appoint the public defender's office, and they'll make sure that you're appointed your conflict attorney, since we don't know the name of your attorney.
I have no idea yet.
Okay. You might want to get to know the name of your attorney. I don't know.
Oh,
All right.
I just told me that.
All right. Let's see here. State deceiver prior record. Is that what you're flipping through there? All those pages?
Yes, the majority of it is not a prior record. It looks like there's different categories of characterizations, I would say, or categories that he fits into. But it looks like the pending charges are driving on a suspended license, burglary to a structure. Those occurred back in July. Those are set for pre-trial in front of Judge Toner on September 15th.
Yeah, the date of offense on this is July 7th, which I think
Right.
predates all that. So.
Right, and so I'm thinking, but if we put this for arraignment on September 15th.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looks like in 2015 there was a violation of probation on driving on a suspended license, possession of a controlled substance. 2015, another violation of probation. 2015, there was an out-of-county warrant from Pasco. 2014, failure to appear. 2014, again, an out-of-county warrant. Looks like he goes to Pasco, gets arrested on Hernando County warrants, as best I can tell. Possession of a controlled substance, grand theft of a motor vehicle. That's from 2014. Petty theft, 2014, 2010. Violation of probation, 2009 violation of probation. On a possession of marijuana, a violation of Fish and Wildlife rule or order, a reckless operation of a vehicle.
Okay. Looks like he hasn't bonded out from that first charge. He was served with this warrant in jail. So we're going to go ahead and keep the bond the same at $500, $2,000, and $2,000. Appointed the public defender's office, and we'll see you back to court with your other cases on September 15th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You run them these new charges with my other charge on the 15th?
Yep, we're putting them all together.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Stanley Stein. Hi, Mr. Stein. What's your date of birth?
9735.
Okay, you guys speaking to the microphone.
9735.
Thank you. Okay, you are here today. It looks like that you went in to report some things to the sheriff's office, but it was done late. So you're here today for a violation of your sex offender regulations there. So I did find probable cause for that. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Public defender.
I can't hear you. Gotta say it one more time. Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. It's going anywhere. Okay, I'm going to keep the bond at the $5,000, but I'm going to order a GPS. If you're able to bond out on that case, then you're going to have a GPS placed upon you so we can make sure we know where you are. It's going to be an active GPS, so you're not going to be able to leave Hernando County or the state of Florida without permission of the court, and you need to pay for the costs associated with the GPS, and it'll be placed upon your person prior to leaving the jail. We also have here for you today a violation of probation. There is probable cause for that. We're going to keep that at no bond right now. For both of these cases, we're going to see you back to court on October 3rd at 9 a.m. And I've appointed the public defender on both cases, okay? So the public defender's office will be out to see you soon. Ian Wagoner.
Good morning.
Mr. Wagner, what's your date of birth?
October 24th, 1990.
Okay. You are here this morning for violating your sex offender probation. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you on that?
Yes.
I'll provision for the public defender's office. There's no bond on the violation of probation, so we're going to hold you no bond, and we're going to get you to Lee County, where you were placed on probation out of Lee County, right?
Yes.
Right, okay. So Lee County's probably going to come get you sometime within the next 5 days, and when you get up there, you can, you're going to have to ask for a public defender when you get up there, okay?
Okay.
And you'll have a first appearance when you get up to Lee County, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Did we get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have a good day.